Okay, so today I'm doing the Royal Court book tag by the Book Witch, who's a great new booktuber who you should check out. She's really sweet. So basically the idea of this tag is that everybody that gets mentioned, it's different characters. They're all different parts of a royal court, so like the king, the queen, the prince, the princess, etc. and all the way on down. So the first one is the king, which is your favorite male lead. And this was a tough one to choose from, obviously, so I wanted it to be one that's a male viewpoint character, rather than just like a lead, like a romantic lead, and one where it's the girl that's the viewpoint character. So I actually chose Anton from the Night Watch because I really like seeing how he's grown in his story and how he's become somebody, you know, as the different books go on, he's become someone who isn't just kind of the mid-level guy that he started out as in terms of his position within the Night Watch. He grows through it. And it's definitely a great book series if you haven't read it. The next one is the Queen, which is the favorite female lead, and this one was also really, really tough, I got to admit. But I wanted to go with something that I read more recently, so I picked Tatiana Metanova from The Bronze Horseman, and I just really love her because she's a really selfless character, a really loving character, maybe sometimes too selfish or selfless and loving. So you're just like, oh, please just take something for yourself for once, you know, be happy. But, you know, overall, she's a wonderful character, and I love following her story as well. And there's more books in the series, too, which is great. Next one is The First Prince, which is a loyal male character. And who else but Mal from Shadow and Bone? He sticks by Alina through everything. And even when Alina, you know, doesn't make time for him and things like that, especially at different parts of the book, he still sticks by her through to the very end because of his loyalty. The next one is The Second Prince, which is a laid-back male character. And I picked Shiguri from Fruits Basket. I know it's not a novel, it's a manga, but he's basically in Fruits Basket, a bunch of the characters are members of the Chinese zodiac, and their personalities have to do with the zodiac spirit that possesses them. And Shiguri is the dog, so he's very, very, very laid back. His motto is Que sera, sera, you know, what will be, will be. And so he's just very, very chill. Number 5 is the Headstrong Princess, a headstrong female character. And the most headstrong female character in all of fiction, for better or for worse, is Scarlett O'Hara from Gone with the Wind. You know, there's times when her headstrongness serves her well, you know, and she's able to put food on the table for her family, even in a very bad situation. And then there's other times when it really doesn't serve her well at all, and it makes people very frustrated with her. But for better or for worse, she's the most headstrong character I've ever read. The next one is the King's Advisor, the most trustworthy male character. And I picked Carlisle Cullen from Twilight. I think he's very trustworthy and a very good person. You know, even though he's a vampire, you know, he was the one who came up with the whole idea of going without human blood. So, you can trust him even as a doctor in the ER, you know, when he'd have to smell blood and things like that. You can trust him not to eat you, so that pretty much makes him the most trustworthy. And then the next one is the Duke and Duchess, which is your favorite OTP, which is, for people who don't know, it's one true pairing. That's the couple that, you know, in all fiction you love most. And for me, it's probably Bella and Edward. I know it's corny, but it's Bella and Edward from Twilight for me. The Lady in Waiting, which is the best supporting character. And for me, I took it to mean like if it was a movie in like the supporting actress or actor category. And I chose Melanie Wilkes from Gone with the Wind. She's Scarlett's polar opposite. She's a good person, she's loyal, she's sweet, she's the representation of the Southern lady on the inside and the outside, and the hospitality and just all of those positive stereotypes. She exemplifies them. I mean, even Rhett, who's, you know, a scoundrel and proud of it, will say that, you know, many people are fake and not really good people, but she is a true lady. So I choose her for that. And the next one is the Secret Traitor, the least trustworthy character. And I don't have this book. I got it out from the library, and it's a major spoiler for Evernight. So I'm going to hold up my hand as if it had a book. And if you don't want the spoiler, you know, mute it until my hand is gone, okay? I feel like I'm swearing in court, but whatever. Bianca from Evernight, to me, is the least trustworthy character. She's a narrator, and she basically lies to you for the first half of the book. She leads you to think, obviously you know through the book that there are some characters that are vampires, but she leads you to believe that it's someone else when it turns out the whole time she's a vampire. And when she's going to see her parents and have dinner with them, dinner is a wine glass full of blood. And she never really mentions that. She's just like, I had dinner with my parents. And I feel like that's really misleading and untrustworthy and just made me want to throw the book against the wall. So that was that. The next one is the Court Wizard, which is your favorite character with magical abilities or favorite fantastical/whimsical character. Just one. I have to pick just one. Do I really have to pick just one? Honey, do I have to pick?
Yes.
Why?
Because that's the rules. Them's the breaks, etc., etc.
Okay, I guess I have to pick just one. And that's really hard, and I don't like doing it, but I'm going to pick Harry Potter from Harry Potter. And partially because I feel like Harry gets a bum rap. Like, Harry is nobody's favorite character, I feel like. Everybody's like, oh, my favorite character is Hermione. My favorite character is the Weasley twins. My favorite character is the Weasley twins. My favorite character is Luna Lovegood. My favorite character is Neville Longbottom. And those are all great people, but I feel like Harry, he is the chosen one. He is a little, angsty at times as he deals with all he was given in life and all that he has to deal with. But I feel like he makes the best of it and is actually a really good hero by the time it's all said and done. So I actually do pick Harry. The next one is the Royal Fool, which is the funniest character. And again, from Harry Potter, and I think I'm fair and not breaking the rules too much if I call this one a tie and pick Fred and George Weasley, because they're really their funniest when they're together. Tear, last book. The next one is the Gossiping Lady's Maid, which is a character most likely to spread court rumors. And I don't know how to pronounce her first name, I'm really sorry. Even the author says there's a bunch of different ways, but Mrs. Duncan, the Fiscal's wife from Outlander, she's just awful. She's just always spreading rumors around people, or about people, spreading around rumors, and just not a nice person at all to me. I can't stand her. She's such a gossip. And harmful rumors too, so I don't like her at all. And then the Handsome Servant, the character most likely to seduce a lady. Wow, this book's getting used 3 times in one book tag. 3 times. And obviously, the guy most likely to seduce a lady is Rhett Butler. He definitely has that reputation. He's definitely been around the block with a lot of ladies, including the main character eventually. So I think he's a pretty darn good pick. He's a bit of a skunk that way. Alright, so that was the Royal Court book tag. I'm not sure who's done this and who hasn't, but thank you to Book Witch for encouraging me to do it, and this is a really fun book tag. So if you want to do it and haven't done it yet, consider yourself tagged.